Well, this is a look at the Brock men's hockey team based in mid-October of 2023. Coach TJ Manastarski is here and been here since last year, and have come to know TJ and some of the lads who play. So this is a look at 9 of the starters that took on the Lakehead team over the past weekend, our Thanksgiving weekend, and beat them on Friday 5-2, and again on Saturday 3-2 to start their season with 2 back-to-back wins. Congratulations, team. So let's start with the goaltender. He wears jersey number 30 and hails from Calgary, Alberta. He's 6'2", and about just shy of 200 pounds. From 2019 to last year, played with the Brandon Wheat Kings, the Red Deer Rebels, and the Moose Jaw Warriors in the W-H-L. And last year, his save percentage with the Moose Jaw Warriors was .925, an elite prospect who was able to be convinced by a good coach, TJ, to come here to Niagara, to Brock. Welcome, Connor. Welcome, Connor Unger. Welcome, Chinook. Next comes our captain. He's a 5-year veteran at Brock. He's 26 years old. He's 6'3", 220 pounds, the kind of lad you wouldn't want to meet in any alley. He shoots left and he shoots well. He's our captain, Jared Moreno. And he's learned to stay out of the penalty box and score points. Last year he scored 26 points in 26 games. A wonderful captain. We know he loves the job. You can tell it by the smile on his face when the puck dropped Friday night. And here's his general's nickname, Jarrett. Come on, Moreno, Jarrett. And Jarrett plays on a line with Jake Roach and Ryan Stepien. Let's have a look at Showtime. Well, Jake's a Showtime hockey player from a small town, Brooklyn, Ontario. He's 6 feet tall and about 185 pounds and skates like the wind. And Jake's starting his 3rd year with Brock. Had a wonderful season last year. 10 goals, 22 assists, 32 points in 26 games. Showtime Jake last year, he had an historic season. He led the OUA West as a leading scorer in the first Badger in program history to be named OUA West MVP and the first Badger men's hockey player to receive all Canadian honors in program history. We got a player in Jake, and he's a treat to see on the ice. Reminds me a little bit of Guy Lafleur. Jake's nickname from this Brock General is Showtime. Yep, Jake Showtime Roach. Oh, and I almost forgot. Jake got 3 points in the first 2 games. A goal and 2 assists. And the other winger on the line with Jarrett Moreno and Showtime Roach is Ryan Stepien, nicknamed Ryback after the wrestler. Ryback hails from Stony Creek. 3 years in the OHL, starting out with the Saginaw Spirit, moving on to the Kitchener Rangers, and finishing up before coming to Brock at the Oshawa Generals. And at 5'9" and under 170 pounds, Ryback, you're not the heaviest guy on the team or the tallest. So come on, Ryback. Keep showing us how you can beat him to the corner and turn on a dime. It's about time we looked at the defense. Jonah Bordzum-Boria. Hey, born in Grimsby, Ontario, a native Niagaran. Oh, come on, he played with the Falcons Junior B. He was a captain. They won the Sutherland Cup. Jonah is a tower of strength. Great player, great sense of the game. He sees the ice, all of the time. Jonah, welcome to Brock. Welcome to first year. Oh, and I almost forgot, Bordzum-Boria is 21 years old. He's 6'2", and he's a lean and mean 185 pounds. And Zach Stopsia-Taylor rounds out this defensive pair. Zach is 23 years old. He's 5'11", and a lean and mean 185 pounds. And now in his 3rd year with the Badgers, Zach can stop you. That's why his nickname stops you. He can stop you at his blue line or at your blue line with a blistering shot. Last year, in 26 games, he had 19 points, 6 goals, and 13 assists. Zach, we are delighted to have you. Go ahead, stop him, kid. Stop 'em all. So, the defensive pair, the dynamic duo of Borgia and Stopsia, now they started both games that Brock won. Now it's time to look at the other line that started. Let's start with the centerman Tyler Burns ya Bernie. Well, he's a third-year veteran with Brock, and he hails from Washego, Ontario, and he played a lot of junior hockey in the OHL. He was 3.5 years with the Kingston Frontenacs before he came to Brock. And I'll tell you, he can burn you, and here's what he did last year with Brock. In 21 games, he had 24 points. He had 12 goals and 12 assists. And Tyler burned Laurentian in the first 2 games with 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. Burns is a playmaker's player. He's a player that can burn you. He's a player that can score. You won't believe the height. He's 6'4" and he's over 200 pounds. I mean, with he and Jarrett, you got Burnsy and Jarrett. You kidding me? 2 centermen, the best that we have seen in a long time. And you know, not all the wingers can keep up with these centermen, but there are 2 that can keep up with Burnsy. One's Jordan Stock. Now, I've nicknamed him Best Buy. I mean, Best Buy Stock. Keep an eye on Stock. He was known as a Milton Menace. You better keep looking at Stock, because all the other players do on the opposing team. He's 6'4" and he's pushing 210. Can you imagine? You got Burnsy and you got Best Buy coming down at you. They're 6'3", 6'4", and they're over 200 pounds, both of them. These guys are forwards. I mean, hockey's changed, and they're doing it. It's awesome. Well, we're going to wrap this little presentation on Brock's starters for the first couple of games in 2023 with Cole Timken. His nickname's King. It's got to be King Cole, right? Cole King Timken. Let me tell you a little bit about King. Well, King hails from Rainy River. I'll bet you some of the opposing players there were glad to see him go. You know why? He's 6'1". He's pushing 202 pounds. Come on. Look at this line with Burnsy and Best Buy and King heads up opposition. What a hell of a second starting line. For 4 years, almost 4 years with the London Knights, he scored 93 goals. We have scoring power everywhere and anywhere on the ice. Wow, congratulations, Brock. Congratulations, TJ. Congratulations, all the players. We'll be there cheering you on. Sergita. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm Tommy Flex Salter, and I played at Brock in 65, 66, 67, and 68. And from 1965 to 1972, we were called the Generals.
Push on, he said, don't mind me. And there the set of the sun, our bold Canadian boys held the rugged rocky steep. The victory was won, and if the foe should dare invade our land in future years, his fearless dying words shall lead us in our cause. Push on, brave volunteers, push on.